When it comes to diets, it's hard to find one hotter right now than the ketogenic diet. Your mom, your cousin, your friend, everyone seems to be doing keto. But it's now so popular that some parents are even putting their kids on the controversial eating plan. Should kid keto even be a thing? Pediatrician Dr. Daphne Adut joins us. Doc, thanks so much for being here. I want to ask you from your perspective as a pediatrician what your thoughts are on kids' diets and in this case, keto.
In general, with the keto diet, what happens is that you're eliminating completely an entire food groups. You're eliminating carbs or just really minimizing it to a very low amount. And kids need 65% of their calories basically comes from carbohydrates. And the brain needs sugar to thrive. Our bodies need sugar to be physically active, and especially kids. So if we're eliminating that, we're kind of putting these kids at risk for nutrient deficiencies, vitamin deficiencies, fiber deficiency, constipation. So I'm really not into keto diet for kids, but I do agree that we need to reduce the amount of carbs, especially unhealthy carbs, in kids' diet in general.
I do want to bring into the conversation and join us via Skype to debate this topic, internal medicine physician, Dr. John Lemansky. He also goes by Dr. Keto online. So, Dr. Lemansky, I want to ask you your thoughts on this. Obviously, you're a proponent of the ketogenic diet. But with kids, obviously so many other issues at play. What are your thoughts on this?
A ketogenic diet can be one tool that we as physicians use to improve the health of our patients. You know, as an internal medicine doctor, I obviously treat adults, and we've had tremendous success with it. But you did mention that there are pediatric patients who are starting to really have adult diseases, things like hypertension, diabetes, insulin resistance, fatty liver disease. And in those children, it might be something to consider using.
I'll openly admit that I think a ketogenic diet can be a nice short-term way to, especially for people who are dealing with major medical issues, to lose weight. There's no doubt about that. I unequivocally have concerns with long-term ketogenic diet, and I also worry that some people don't know the right way to do it, because you can be on a ketogenic diet and eat all the wrong foods. And I think, hey, I eat bacon at every single meal. I'm on the ketogenic diet. And, avocados are also on the ketogenic diet. Guess which one I would prefer you eat, right? So there's a lot of confusion out there. But I want to talk about kids, because with kids, do you worry about creating this relationship with food where they might look at a piece of whole grain bread and say, that is terrible for you? And I'm going to tell you, I think making a sandwich on whole grain bread with almond butter can be a great snack for adults and kids. So how do you reconcile that, where you're going to say literally, no, don't eat that. That's bad, when I humbly think it's good?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Most of the studies that look at children who have been on a ketogenic diet don't do it indefinitely. This is not something that we're considering putting them on for the rest of their life, like maybe some adults would do. It's a 6-month, 12-month process to really reverse some of these diseases that, if we don't treat aggressively at that age, we'll start seeing diseases in children that we see in adults, which is what's happening. And so I think for a short period of time, if you really are struggling with those children who cannot make that switch over, and even if you're restricting the processed foods, they're still not improving, it could be something to consider. Again, I treat adult patients. My children are more of a low-carb variety. And there's ways to do more of a low-carb way of eating, still maintaining good, healthy carbohydrates, but just maybe avoiding some of the higher glycemic ones. So making small changes.